Okay, guys, we're gonna do this week's Skirmish Fun. I'm your friend Gotchure Beacons. Thanks for checking it out. This is gonna be one heck of a fun skirmish. We got an Al Gwang, we got an Al Gwang, we got an Al Quinn, we got an Al Quinn, we got an Al June. We're up in the air. This is wheels up times. This is a pew pew one. This is with mags. This is the Al Gwang, I think. He's got 4 small slots or light slots. This is unlimited flight. One thing I did notice though on this week's skirmish is although it's unlimited flight, you don't have the extra ability. You know how the Al June has fire and some of these guys will shoot out other things? You don't have that extra weapon, but it is unlimited flight. So have fun, guys. This is a whole lot of fun. So this is an Al Gwang with the little pew pew, the little mags. So they fire, 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 fire. You got 4 of them. Now, this is a great way to learn the mechanics of these dragon bots. These are all dragon bots. They all fly. But if you haven't had one before, you may not understand how it works. Once you touch ground, it flies up so many feet. And that's it. That's why I'm not above the thing. But if you get on top of a structure, land, and then take off again, then you'll get higher. Or if you walk up. So it's basically you only get so much height from your initial launching point, but then once you touch a higher spot and take off again, you'll get even higher. So if you want to know how those guys get up there, they got up to the roof first, and then they flew again, and that gets up even higher. But once you turn your flight button off on this one, you won't stop falling until you touch ground, and then you land again. So these are going to be important, and you're going to see as I go into this. So this little guy is getting a lot of traction. By the way, there's no module, so you can't health up or anything like that. But that's how you go up or down. And that's how, and then again, if you want to get to a higher one, like some of these guys are flying really high, that's just because they landed on see how my guy's doing it? Plus, he can actually walk up the ramp or fly up the ramp and allow the contour of the ramp to drive him higher and then get to a higher spot that way. See, that guy landed on that topper ledge there, and then he flew off, and that's how he got a little higher. Now, I've been keeping this guy in flight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and land him because I want to grab a beacon. Hey, by the way, we're playing a game of beacons, so I still want to be mindful of that. This is not all just about flying around and taking out guys, but what a lot of fun. Boy, guys, have some fun with this week. This is going to be a lot of fun. Remember, this is skirmish. With skirmish, there's some basics to understand. You're going to be in with privates. It's going to be bronze all the way up to champion. So some of these guys really have a lot of flight time already logged in their regular accounts. And some of these guys have never touched a dragon bot. So remember that. Also, I've figured out, by the way, I'm doing pretty good with this, with that Al Gwang. Now I'm in an Al June, and he's got Vipers on him. Now, that's the other thing I noticed. I've played a few of these skirmishes. Not everyone's loaded with the same thing. You'll see Al Junes with Vipers. You may see the Al June with Avengers. And also the Al Gwang that I had. Sometimes you're going to have gusts or halos instead of the mags. So that was a lot of fun. Looks like I got top damage there. I got 6 beacons on that one. I got their beacons. But see how you got bronzes and silvers. Might even see some champions. There's a diamond, another silver. So and there's another master, and there's an expert. So you have a very wide variety of pilots on both sides. Great pilots. Everyone had a lot of fun. If you see your name, thanks for the game. Let's look at the next one. So we're in Springfield. See now, look at my Al June. He's got Avengers on him and not Vipers. So the builds or the loadouts are going to vary depending on just when you spawn. Now this is Beacon Rush, so and that's another thing too. It's either going to be, looks like so far that the ones I've been playing are either Beacon Rush or Domination. I haven't seen Team Deathmatch yet, but they may do that. So it may be like a quick play on as far as which mode you're going to get. And right now, if I'm up in the air, I'm a target. So what I'm doing is I'm actually playing smart like I normally would and using cover and not just popping up and flying. Although it's a lot of fun, I still play to win I know the mechanics of these things, so I'm trying to take advantage of what I do know and not get up high. That's the other thing too. Some of the abilities that you would normally have on an Ao Jun, normally you're stealth when you're flying around, and so they turned off that ability too. So I'm not stealth when you're flying around, so just be mindful. These aren't exactly like they normally would be in the standard game. There's some advantages of always being able to fly. It's a lot of fun, but you're not going to have the extra abilities or the stealths or the extra durabilities like you normally would if you're playing on the live server. So these are things that, again, you make sure that you're aware of or mindful of when you're going out there and having fun, but make sure you're having fun. Oh my gosh, unlimited flight? Are you kidding me? This is flying war robots instead of walking war robots. This is a lot of fun. So, but again, I am playing for fun, but I have fun winning, so I'm definitely playing this game to be mindful of where my mates are at, where I'm at, where I can do the most amount of fun, good. Hey, and there's some really cool weapons here too. That's an acid one, a corrosion weapon, and I've seen some have the medium-sized corrosion weapon, and which I think is a wasp. And then there's the small size corrosion weapon, which is a sting. And so depending on which build loadout you have, you're going to see both of those weapons. And although their initial damage isn't a lot, they actually do it. See, he's hitting me with a sting. See how that corrosion is starting to really wear me down? That really makes a big difference. So this is an Ao Guang's house. This guy he doesn't have the pew pew. He doesn't have the mags. He's got I can't think of it right now, but it's the sparks. I got them on my Mender on Buzzkill. So the sparks are really cool. They got a 600-meter range, and they do launch pretty good damage even at the greater distances. But as you close in on a target, they do even more damage. What I'm learning to do, and this is something you want to do, is always be mindful of the range and what they have. The one nice thing about Skirmish is you know what they're packing for the most part. So if you know that they're at like for example, if you know you're facing an Ao Jun, he's got either a Viper or he's got an Avenger, he's got a 500-meter range. If you're packing something like this with a 600-meter range, stay at that range and use that. And know that, hey, as long as you keep it within the right range, you can take advantage of the mechanics of these builds and do it right. Now, I've been doing pretty good. I had a pretty good run with the Avenger Ao Jun. I had a pretty good run with Ao Guang. Here's another Ao Guang, but now he's got more of the shotgun weapons. He's got 2 Gusts, and I think those are 2 Halos. So he'll freeze someone too. He'll splash him down and freeze him. But I didn't do so good. I'm almost dead with him. So, but we are trying to keep him blue. Now, fortunately, they're coming back. Unfortunately, but we did a lot of damage to begin with, and now this is that one where it doesn't. It does the corrosion. So it hits them and then it corrodes. And luckily, they didn't make a big comeback. I was worried about that. Looked like we were losing ground there. Looks like I still had pretty good damage on this one. Took out quite a few guys. Looks like there's a champion on my side, another champion on my side. So definitely experienced pilots on both sides, and some inexperienced pilots on both sides. You never know what you're going to get. And look, you even got some bronzes that were scoring higher than their upperclassmen. So everyone can go in here and do a lot of good if you're just give it your all. So here's a Beacon Rush on Castle. Oh my gosh, Castle is a lot of fun. I was hoping I would see Carrier eventually. I haven't yet. I don't think I'm gonna. I wanted to fly out to the Ghost ship, but that hasn't come across, and I think that's one you're probably not gonna see. But this map does have a trap door in it, and you're gonna see that as we get closer to the end of the battle. Something you really need to be mindful of, and the way these the mechanics work on a dragon bot. Once you fly, you can fly as long as you want. That's great. But once you hit the flight button off, once you turn off the flight ability, like that guy there just learned, you can't turn it back on until you touch ground. You can't turn it off and on mid-air. So if you turn off over water, you will not be able to re-engage your flight because you never will touch ground. So be very, very careful. Unfortunately, that's going to be a painful lesson if you don't do it right. So don't turn your flight off over water, because you will never touch down and touch ground to be able to then turn it back on again. And you will float all the way down, and one guy on my team already did that. So fly around. I'm having some fun here. I'm seeing what this guy's going to do. He's not being very mindful. He was just sitting back up there and enjoying the view. So I'm going to turn his beacon blue. And this is Beacon Rush, so don't forget the mechanics of the game. I know you're just going to be like, wow, I'm flying. Don't forget to play the game, though. So this is the one with... These are stings, so this is a corrosion weapon, and they're light ones, so they don't do a lot of damage, but, they have a pretty good range, like 500 meters or maybe even 600 meters, but I'm tagging these guys, and you can see that little corrosion, see there? The little corrosion symbol that floats over their head. It tells you that your corrosion is working. It works every single time, so just splash them away. They reload pretty quickly. Again, it's not a fast thing, but if you can kind of just selectively target a guy, see how that killed after a few seconds. It does really good to add to the damage. And if you have a mate that's focusing on someone, you can kind of add to that, like I'm doing there, and helping to wear down a mate that's being, or a red that's being attacked by your mate, and doing that. Look at it. There's a couple of reds. Oh, there goes one guy. There goes another guy. He turned himself off. And he landed in water. That was 3 sacrifices, and I think this guy's gonna do it too. It's like, what are you doing? Oh no! Yeah, it doesn't work. You can't turn your flight on mid-flight or while you're falling. So be careful of that, guys. And there you go. That was a whole lot of fun. Oh, I meant to turn that one off. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this one. The skirmish. Get out there, fly around. Have some fun. We have, again, you're going to have a mixture of pilots on both sides, anywhere from bronze all the way up to champion. It really doesn't matter. Everyone's got exactly equal levels, but you're going to have a variety of builds, all going to be the dragons, all going to be endless flight. Just remember that don't turn your flight off over water, or you'll never be able to turn it back on here. But there you go. Hey, if you see your name here, thanks for the game. That was a whole lot of fun. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you see. I put color commentary on all my tutorials. Play well, guys. Peace out.